Namaste, yogis. Welcome to your Friday Flow. I'm Carter, and today's practice is about enjoying yourself, having fun, a little bit of lightness in your practice, maybe even a little goofing around. So let's get to our mat. All right, yogis, let's come to the front of our mat. Spread your toes nice and wide, roll your heels out, and then roll onto your toes. Lift your heels off the ground. And then put a little pressure on right foot, left foot. Maybe visit your mat a little bit, the edges, all the way around. So today's practice is about, just keeping it, light. Lower the heels down. Bring the weight to the heels, soften the toes, shake out the hands. Oftentimes we take ourselves so seriously. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up, lift the gaze, lift the chin. Feel some extension through the side body. Exhale, fold forward, release your arms, tuck your chin, soften. Inhale, come up halfway, flatten your back, lift your chin and chest. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, left foot steps back. Swivel your back foot. Take your right hand down on the inside of the right foot and then twist and extend left arm up towards the ceiling. Bend and straighten that right knee a little bit. Get a little lighter on the fingertips. And then bring that right hand off the ground. And then inhale, bring yourself up, warrior two. Bend and straighten the right knee. So we can practice and still just be light, still be cheerful, right? So we don't need to be here with our practice. I am practicing yoga, right? We can be like, oh yeah, practicing yoga, what's going on, right? Reverse warrior, right arm reaches up and over. Bend and straighten the right knee. Big inhale, slow exhales. Just getting a sense of where you are. And remember, it's like, if there's humor within your day, then there may be a little bit of lightness. Exhale, swim both hands down around that right foot. Drop that left knee. Lift the torso up. Point your left toes. Sink the hips forward and down so you feel a little bit in that left hip flexor. And then twist to the right. So take your options. Left hand to right knee. Right hand to hip. One variation of a twist. Second variation of a twist. I'm going to spin around. Left elbow. Right knee. Hands come together, stack wrists and elbows. Thumbs are coming towards the heart and the gaze is over the right elbow. So you're pressing down and drawing the belly in. Last option, left elbow straightens, right arm reaches up. That's a little bit more intense. Woohoo. So wherever you are, let's roll over the left toes and lift the left knee. So balance, strength, power, and if we can keep a little humor within the body, we can be like, we can smile. I don't ever force you to smile. I never will say, put a smile on your face. If you don't feel like smiling, don't smile. Lift your torso up, keep the twist wherever you are. Right hand behind the back, left arm reaches up and over that left ear as you sink low into the left knee. You're probably feeling some heat right away. Exhale, swim both hands down around that right foot. And then step the right foot back into plank. Stack your feet and then roll onto the outside of your left foot. Now keep in mind, you can stagger or stack the feet in your side plank. And then arm reaches up. You could drop the left knee for supported side plank. You could lift, right leg up. You could reach down and grab the big toe if you like. One more deep full breath. Right hand comes down, lower to your elbows, forearm plank. So creating a lot of heat, but a lot of stability. And once again, you don't have to have a huge amount of seriousness in practice. Knees drop down, point the toes. Press the feet down, tuck your tailbone. Lift the chin. And then lower the hips, lower the belly, pull the heart through the arms, Sphinx Pose. And we're going to do a couple lion's breath. If you're not familiar with lion's breath, you're going to inhale deeply. You're going to gaze to the nose. You're going to open up the mouth and stick out the tongue. Sound looks like this. If that ain't enough to make you smile, then you're not going to smile. So let's try it again. So inhale, look at the nose, exhale out the mouth. Let's do one more. It helps clean out the cobwebs in the cardiovascular system, as well as maybe make you smile. Awesome. Hands underneath shoulders. Lift yourself up into up dog. So elbows straight and thighs come off the ground. Lift the heart, chin, and chest. Roll over your toes, lift your hips. Down dog. Pedal feet and knees, wag your tail, shake your head. Movement, stillness. And again, just moving the body, finding some joy in the practice. Doesn't mean that the practice isn't serious. Like if you laugh, and there's a friend of mine, when we would practice together, and like in a studio, we'd be doing a balance pose, and I'd give him a nudge and he'd fall out of the pose, and the teacher would look at us like, you stop goofing around. Walk, step or float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway up, flatten and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin. Inhale, nice and slowly come on up. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now shake out the hands, shake out the legs, and then we're going to roll onto our heels. I call this penguin, and then I want you to kind of explore your mat. Edges. You could do this with the hands out, all the way around. You couldn't walk. All right, back to the front of your mat, lower the toes down, roll heels and toes, bend and straighten knees, shake out the hands. Inhale, arms reach up. Lift the gaze, lift the chin and chest. Exhale, fold forward, tuck your chin, release your head and soften. Inhale, halfway up, flatten and lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, right foot steps back. Swivel that back foot, left hand inside left foot. Twist and open right arm reaches up. A little bend and straighten of the left knee to find out the edges. And then get a little lighter on your left fingertips, so you're going to engage that leg a little bit, and then you're going to bring that left hand up off the ground. So legs are working. So it doesn't matter if you're here serious or joking around, it's still working the body. Inhale, come on up, arms open up, and bend and straighten the left knee. Make your adjustments. Soften the shoulders down away from the ears. Relax the jaw. Reverse warrior, like that left arm reaches up and over. Bend and straighten. Nice breath. Exhale, both hands come down. Round that left foot, roll onto your right toes, drop your right knee. Lift the torso on up. Get that hip flexor as you sink forward and down. And keep in mind, when we sink forward, because hip flexors are usually really tight on us, on a lot of us, when you sink forward, you'll get this big curvature in your back. And this is only good if you're doing a picture for Instagram. So not so good on the back. So we're going to take the ribs and the belly, we want to draw it in. We're going to rotate that pelvis forward, which will ignite that sensation, and you don't have to go as far. Right? And it'll show up. Then we got that twist. So we're going to take left hand to the left hip, right hand to left knee, and give yourself a twist. This may be perfect, and you can stay right here. But you got two more options. Right elbow over the left thigh. You're drawing the belly in and up. Hands come together and stack the hands, wrists, and elbows. I personally like the fingertips facing forward rather than at the chin. This gives the elbows and joints a nice, stable connection. And the last option, straighten that right elbow so the right fingertips towards the floor. Left arm reaches up. This is really intense this side for me. And then roll over your right toes wherever you are. Lift that right knee. Wow, that's a challenge. And then power. Slowly lift the torso up. Open up your arms if they aren't already. And slide this left hand behind the back. Right arm reaches up and over. Sink a little bit more into that left knee as you breathe into your right ribs. Oh yeah. Exhale, both hands down. Left foot steps back. Into plank.
Let's do side plank. So walk the feet a little bit to the left, roll on the outside of the right foot, stack or stagger feet, twist and open left arm reaches up, and you still have those options. Right knee down, left leg could lift. Hips are lifting. Awesome. Hand comes back down, lower to your elbows, forearm plank. If you're ambitious today, bring one knee towards the elbow. And then maybe the other knee towards the elbow. Felt good, do it again. Lower knees, point your toes, press the feet into the ground, tuck your tailbone, lift the chin. Lower the hips, lower the belly. Pull the heart forward, Sphinx Pose. A little bit of movement with the head. Think long spine, maybe space within the lower back, real long neck. All right, hands under shoulders. Come on up. Up dog. Ooh, yes. Long spine, pulling the heart forward. And then rolling over the toes. Down dog. Yes, pedal feet and knees. Okay. So we're going to do, because I like playfulness a little bit here, we're going to do a few donkey kicks. If you're not familiar with donkey kicks, you may want to pause your pose and check me out as I do them. And what we're doing is we're going to bend the knees and we're going to spring off of the feet. We're going to bring the heels towards the hips as the hips come over the shoulders. All right? And you're going to do that a few times. Now, if you're a handstander, you can go in a handstand. I am not a handstander. So when we do it, we're trying to land as lightly as we can. And then when you're ready, you can walk, step, or float. Feet to hands. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold, tuck the chin. Inhale all the way up standing. Arms reach up. Untangle your necklaces. Hands to heart center. So over your palms towards the front of the mat. Shake it all out. Whew. I'm breathing a lot today. All right. I breathe every day, but today seems like I'm breathing a lot. Arms open up nice and wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Right arm underneath left arm. Right hand grabs left wrist or palm. I did this the other day and I was messing, my microphone was getting crunched, so I apologize. So eagle arms. Move the head, elbows up and down, hands away from the face, and soften the shoulders. So you're creating space between the shoulder blades. So the work is shoulders down, and then you work the elbows. All right, so bend the knees into Utkatasana, seated chair. Tuck the tailbone. Weights in the heels, soften the toes. This may be perfect, you can stay here. But if you want full expression, bring the weight to your left foot. Come down to your right toes. And then step that right knee over the left knee and squeeze the ankles towards one another. Maybe you can get that right foot around left ankle. I can't. And then if you'd like more, elbows towards knees. If you're hinging forward, keep breathing. Keep drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Slowly. Come on up. Let's go into airplane. So unwind everything. Extend that right leg behind you. Arms open up. Lift the chin. Lift the gaze. Maybe bend and straighten that left knee. If you're ambitious, you can wag the arms or wave them like you're a bird. And then bring that right foot next to your left foot. Ooh, roll into your left toes. Shake out your right leg. All right, a little wag of the tail. A hokey pokey. If you want to, turn yourself about. That's what it's all about. It's not. Arms open up. Left arm underneath right arm. Left hand grabs right wrist or palm. If you can't get here, just keep the hands to the shoulders. Elbows up and down. Hands could pendulum side to side. You can move the head to make sure the neck feels pretty good. And again, We're trying to create space between the shoulder blades as we draw the shoulders down and away. This may be enough. Maybe you just stay here. All right? Or bend the knees. Drop the seat. Utkatasana. You're in Utkatasana, like, take the curvature out of your back. So I see this a lot. It looks like people are mooning people in the back row. We don't need that. So tuck the tailbone, gauge the belly, and if you want full expression, root down into your right foot. Take the left knee, stack it on top of the right knee, squeeze the ankles together. Ooh. You know, I watch yoga videos on YouTube. I don't know how these yogis can practice without breathing, without breathing. These poses and they're like, no breath. I'm like, geez. Elbows towards knees. And we're about breathing. Yoga's about breathing. Breathe, for crying out loud. All right, inhale, come on up. And into airplane pose. Arms open up. Bend and straighten the right knee to feel that power. Move those arms around a bit. My last video, I tried to edit out all my huffing and puffing. This is a bad idea. All right, left foot comes back down to right foot. Ah, nice work. Shake out that right leg. Hokey pokey if you want to. Turn the front of the mat. Bend and straighten the knees. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Ooh. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, tuck the chin, release the head, plant the hands, walk, step, or float, feet all the way back. Hold plank for a moment. And then lower halfway down, chaturanga dandasana, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right. Take your right hand, bring it towards your lower back. And then scoot that hand up as if you're trying to find the space between the shoulder blades. And then just lift your left toes off the ground. It's body awareness. All right, right hand down, left foot down. Let's do the other side. I can't trick you on this side now. So hand slides up the leg, hand slides up the back. Lift your right foot. Oh, it doesn't have to be high. It could be just like an inch. It could be all the way up to a ceiling. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Left hand down. Right foot down. All right, left shin forward. No joke here. Pigeon pose. Right knee down. Point the right toes. Lengthen, soften. Surrender. It's interesting, before this whole pandemic thing, I was teaching anywhere from 3 to 6 classes a day, from studio to studio. And I personally would physically practice once a day. In the morning, maybe about 45 minutes. And when I taught in studio, I sat. And I walked around and I adjusted and I kind of watched everybody. Now, as I practice in my yoga loft, I'm practicing like 4 times a day. And it's amazing the transformation of how you feel in your body when you are moving so much. Strength, flexibility, connection, awareness. It's hard. I'm always sore at the end of the day, but after I get my first practice done, it's like, whoa, it feels really nice. So one of the things someone brought up to me the other day is they're like, how many times can I practice a day? And if you ever come to one of my retreats or any yoga retreat, we often practice 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and evening. So you really can't practice too much, then we always have a problem of finding time. So all right, hands under shoulders, lift your torso on up, roll over your right toes, lift your right knee, left foot steps back. You can chaturanga if you'd like, upward dog, down to down dog, or skip it all. And we're just going to go into the other side. So right shin, no rush, but right shin comes forward, drop your left knee. The reason why I tell you that is that the more you practice, the better the connection is with your body and breath. And what ends up happening is that you're more mindful of your external life, like your life off your mat. Your life becomes a little bit more connected, you become a little bit more aware. It doesn't become easier. I want you to be careful with that. It doesn't become easier. You just become more aware, which sometimes can be more challenging, especially during the times that we're in now. It's a very challenging time, and you start to feel everything. So I don't know if yoga necessarily makes you happier, but you're definitely more connected. And that's a nice thing. I don't like the idea of ignorance as bliss. Like, I want to know what's going on, and then I just figure out how to manage it. And that's what yoga does. It gives you a ton of information, and we just figure out how to manage it. And so there's a better connection. And then there is variation. We do find a lot of joy. We do feel sorrow, too. It's like this whole balance. Like, the more joy you feel, the more sorrow you feel, and vice versa. All right, hands under shoulders, gently lift yourself on up. Let's roll to your right hip. Sweep your left leg around. Bring the soles of your feet together. Scoot your heels towards you. Take your thumbs into the arches of the feet. Roll your feet open like a good book. Or a bad book. I'm not sure. Just a book. Let's say a book. And then roll them closed like you hated that book and you just slammed it shut. We don't use hate. I dislike that book a lot, so I just rolled it shut. Grab your toes, open up the toes a little bit more so you can feel the arches of the feet, and then squeeze your toes down towards the bottoms of the feet. Oh. And then a little massage. I'm grateful for my feet. Where would I be without them? I probably wouldn't walk around so well. Massage the ankles, scoot your heels towards you, and then take your elbows and triceps towards your ribs, and then draw your elbows down towards the groins as you grab your feet or ankles, and then you're going to bring your belly button towards your heels. So with your elbows, if you can get down to the groins, you can press down a little bit, and if you want a little massage, you can press the groins out for a little attention. Feels pretty good. And when you get out towards the knees, if you press away and down, even more sensation. So if you're looking for it, that's a nice option. Relax your jaw, deepen your breath, maybe wiggle your toes as one foot says hello to the other foot. You can even give them voices if you like, because of course today's practice is about joy, humor. I mean, if you could find humor in every single one of your practices, success, right? Then you go back, like, oh man, I'm going to go have some fun. I'll be back in an hour or 45 minutes or whatever it may be. Inhale, slowly come on up. Hands outside of the knees, lift your knees up. Take your feet to the floor. And then you're going to roll back just enough to lift your feet up off the ground. And then take your hands to the backs of the knees and support yourself here. And I want you to see if you can just balance. It's all about balancing here. If you need more, you can extend your arms. If you want more of a challenge, you can straighten the knees. And then you can move a little bit so you can pedal the feet. So this is boat pose, a pedaling boat pose. How about this is like paddle boat pose? Okay, now I'm making myself laugh. Lower halfway down, kayak. All the way down, it's called hard. Let's go back up. Kayak. Boat pose. Paddle boat pose. Let's go backwards, paddle boat pose. Hoo, hoo, hoo. All the way down. Ho, ho, ho. All the way down. Nice work. Scoot yourself to the middle of your mat. Whew. Extend your arms up over your head. Stretch. Fingers all the way down to your toes. Nice and long. Right knee towards belly, chest. Squeeze it in. I don't know why I'm making so much noise today. Right knee towards the left side of the floor. Little spinal twist, arms open up, chin drops towards the right shoulder. Think about your left shoulder blade becoming very heavy. Surrendering and softening. A friend of mine once said that humor is emotional intelligence. I like that.
If you can find some joy, or if you can find some humor in your day, it's really hard to be laughing and be sad. So a lot of us, like, as a defense mechanism, we find humor, right? 'Cause I can't take it, I need to be silly. All right, switch it on up. Right leg comes on up, straighten it. Left knee towards belly, chest, squeeze it in. Left knee drops to the right. Arms open up, chin drops towards the left shoulder. Eyes can be open or closed. Big inhales, slow exhales. And if you're not finding humor in your day, search for it. Look for it somewhere. YouTube's got a ton of videos of like silly videos that can make you laugh, and it's got all kinds of different humor in there. So find it, and once you find something that you find is funny, visit it once a day. You know, go just for a few minutes, give yourself a moment to laugh. And I mean, it would be successful if at some point someone said to you, "Stop goofing around," then you'd be like, "Yes, success." It happens to me all the time. Sometimes my daughters say that, "Stop goofing around." All right, bring that left knee back up to center. Draw both knees towards the belly, chest, squeeze it in. Big circles. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Feet down, bridge pose or wheel pose. So through bridge pose, push your feet down, lift your hips up. Hands can be palms up or palms down. If you're going to do bridge pose or wheel pose, I want you to be careful. And one of the things I want you to be careful of is the elbows squeezing close towards your head or towards one another. So if you're going to do wheel pose, flip your palms over like you're holding two pizzas. Fingers are facing your tops of your shoulders. And then squeeze your elbows towards one another. And then you press down, maybe coming onto the crown of your head first and then coming up. So don't let the elbows go out wide. You can give yourself a sense of coming onto the toes as well. So be careful when you go up, all right? One more breath wherever you are. And keep in mind, wheel pose does not replace bridge pose. They're two different poses. So it's not like wheel takes care of the sensation of the body and bridge. And that's a misconception. It's like, well, I'm doing some sort of a back bend, and it's cool. It's not. It's not the same pose. So just know you can do either one, but it doesn't replace the other one. Slowly lower the hips, windshield wiper your knees side to side. Awesome. Shavasana. Oh, no, let's do this. Sorry. Let's do child's happy baby. So arms reach in between the legs. We have a few more minutes. And in these short practices, I give you about a minute or 2 minutes of Shavasana, which you always have an option to stay longer, and I recommend that you stay at least 5 minutes in the Shavasana. I just know that these short classes are for people that don't have a lot of time in their day. So use the Shavasana for an opportunity to absorb and digest the movement that we just did. Release the feet and extend the legs long, heels towards the corners of your mat. A little external rotation of the thighs, palms flip up, or left hand to heart, right hand to belly. Tuck the chin, soften the jaw. Take a nice big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Moment of stillness and awareness. And just be here now. Once again, if you do have the time and the space to stay here longer, please do so. If your day is waiting for you, very slowly start to deepen your breath.
And start to wiggle the fingers and toes, roll the wrists and ankles. Gently rocking your head from side to side. Draw the knees towards the belly as you wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a little squeeze. Right arm reaches up over your head, roll to your right side, and a moment to be here. Now, there is no better place. Pressing your hands into the floor, gently bring yourself up into a comfortable seat. With a nice long spine, hands come to heart center. Thumbs touch the sternum. Take a nice big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Namaste. Nice job showing up to your practice today. If you like this practice, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. And mindfully, click on the subscribe button to keep updated on all the latest content. Take care of yourself. Peace.